Hello, welcome to John's Author Diary for the weekend in July the 20th, 2019. I've had a busy week. I have finished my first draft of Blind Reset. So it's taken me over a year, but I've done it. So it's a good feeling to know that it's not an abandoned project, it's just a postponed project. So that feels like a massive weight lifted off my shoulders. So brilliant, really pleased that's done. I've also got Wheel of Fortune back, so it's proofread and ready to go. I just need to write an author's note and format it and then get it submitted. So I'll probably get that out in the first week of August, so really pleased with that. I've also been carrying on my rewrite of Night of the Wasteland, so I'm about 20% through doing that. So it's going slowly, but this is one of those things where I'm just going to keep going at it, keep chipping away when I don't have anything more urgent to do. So that's been really cool doing that. I think it's really obvious that I'm much better at writing and telling stories now than I was when I released my first trilogy. So it's been really nice to kind of revisit it and bring the quality up, hopefully make for a better reading experience. There is part of me thinking that, maybe I should just leave it as a monument to how I was and to show that I've moved on and things like that. But, I've got to think of the reader first rather than myself and what's easiest, because this is a long-term thing. This isn't just a case of me getting stuff done and getting it out there. This is stuff that's going to be a legacy. This is going to be something that I can feel proud to sell in 10, 20, 30 years. So this is going to be an ongoing thing. So I've read a few books this week. I read one called Prosperity for Writers by Honoré Corder. She was a co-author of the Miracle Morning for Writers book. And to be honest, there was nothing new in this that I'd not read before, so I'm not really sure how to rate it. It's fine. It did what it said it was going to do, but I don't think there was anything that I had to learn from it. I also read a book called 365 Days with Self-Discipline. This was a really good book. There was a lot of stuff in here about self-discipline and about focus and things like that, and if you've been listening to me for the last few months, you'll know that I'm really trying to get as many ideas to kind of focus my mind get into this flow state and things like that. So that was really useful. Got a lot of good tips from that. So do check those out. I'm also reading a book called Underworld by Graham Hancock. I've read a few of his books recently. He's really interested in uncovering evidence of early civilizations. Now this one is specifically about underwater lost cities and things. So he explores them and it's really fascinating stuff. So check that out. Next week, I'm going to have the week off, so it's going to be restful. I don't know how my body's going to cope. I might just explode. I don't know. But I am going to relax. I have no plans to do work. Next weekend, I'm going to the 20 Books Edinburgh Conference. So this is a conference about books and marketing and all those sorts of fun things. So I'm looking forward to that. I know there's a few people who listen to this podcast who are going, so come and say hi in person, that'd be cool. So what this means is next week, the Author Diary will come out on Monday, most likely, so bit of a delay, but it will be out. So I've had no questions this week, but if you do have one, please email me. It's john@johncronshaw.com. I'm on the verge of stopping doing Patreon. I think it's basically a waste of time. I am not seeing any traction on it. I really appreciate everyone who has supported, but it's one of those things where I have to think, is it worth me spending this time writing extra stories, posting extra content for less than $10 a month? And unfortunately, the answer's no. So unless I suddenly get a surge that makes it worth it, I'll be closing that down within the month, I think. Finally, I have been posting some stories on my website. So it's johncronshaw.com, so JONCRONSHAW. So I've got a story on there called No Rehab for Wizards that I've just posted, and a story called Host, so a fantasy one and a post-apocalyptic one, so please do check those out. And I think what I'm going to do with the Patreon stuff is gradually start moving my stories over to my website, so you can go there and check those out. So until next time, cheerio.